Chevy. I'm ripping in my Chevy, my Chevy, my Chevy. Okay. I'm flossing in my Chevy, my Chevy, my Chevy. I'm riding in my.
I'd like to thank everybody that watched this video, man. If you are in the market for painting your car, you can use the code LSCR10 from Grant 7 Paints and Coatings. LSCR10, you get 10% off the Oh My Clear. When you see that clear, it's gonna make you say, oh my God. We're gonna be using it in the future on something, but if you wasn't in that live, you don't know what it is. But yeah, Grant 7 Painting Coatings, LSCR10, get you 10% off the Oh My Clear. Tell a friend. It's your boy LSCHEVYRYDER254. Remember, identify your weaknesses, make it your strength. Life is all about choices. Choose wisely, and productivity over procrastination. The hustle don't stop, the grind don't stop. Gone. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy LSCHEVYRYDER254, man. Tune in for another one. Click that like button, cause we finna get into this next step on the Cutlass build. What we got here, pretty much gas tank removal. It's pretty dark, but basically to drop the tank, you got 2 bolts. On mine, I have 2 15. Put extension on that thing and drop them down. I don't really see nothing else that's holding it up there, just the 2 straps. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this down, and then I'm gonna cut you back on. So one strap is down. As you can see there, what I've done, I've went ahead and I've raised the gas tank up, or they put the jack up under it, so that way when it does come down, it doesn't just come crashing down, and I can lower it as needed. So let me get this other one, and then we'll see what we're working with. All right, so now those straps are hanging. The gas tank is dropped just a little bit. And we're gonna bring it down just a tad. Trying to see if I can see those connections on the top of the tank. It's kind of dark. Might need both hands. So let me get this situated a little bit. Alright, so now that we got pretty much that down where we needed to be, as you can see, it's pretty much slid down. We'll just have to disconnect the sender unit, the ground, and then those 3 hoses that you can see right there on top, that are the vent, the feed, and the return. So however you go about removing these lines, it's totally up to you. However, I know that I do not plan on reusing any of these. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just take this set of dikes and I'm going to cut all 3 of the lines and go from there. I'm gonna just use new hose from there, from the metal line to the sender unit. This, I went through this a little bit on the Caprice. yeah, I think the Caprice, I went through this. I tried to reuse like the original return or something like that, and it ended up not working for me. So what I ended up doing was just having to run new line anyway. So that's what I'm gonna do this time, so we don't have to, you know, go and do the same thing twice. That's what they call insanity. So let me cut these, get the tank down, and I cut you back on. Alright, so reach down up under here. As you can see, the tank is on the ground. Tank is out. Tank is out. Alright, so as you can see, I did cut the ground right there. No biggie. That's gonna be wired into the ground from the harness. And then of course you got your little ring, whatnot, etc, etc. Old gas tank is down. Let's do it side by side. All the research we've done, everything should match up, etc, etc. But just to make sure, side by side, see what it look like. Alright, so side by side tank comparison. As you can see, pretty much identical. Same bends, folds. Shouldn't have an issue with it going back up where it needs to be. So, like I said, I'm not worried about a gas cap, because this one has a lock on it. Like I told y'all, Junkyard will provide. When I grabbed this gas cap, I didn't know why. Something was just like, grab a gas cap. So that's exactly what I did. Up here somewhere. There it goes. Gas cap on deck. So should work perfectly. Just like that, baby. So as you can see, got the baffle in there. See it? This is the one we need. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and take notes. Take note of these hose sizes. Make sure that we got what we need to get them where they need to go. I know that's a 3/8. Whatever. So we'll go get probably the equivalent amount of hose. Of course, you want to put your fuel injection. This one is gonna have to be fuel injection hose. Right there for like however many PSI. These can just be the regular returning vent no big deal. No pressure on them, so you should be good. Alright, so pretty much got those 3 hose connections there. Say 3/8, whatever size this is, and whatever size this is. I'm pretty sure these are going to be the same 3. They go to the new sender unit, which is up here in this box. So, just in case you didn't watch the other videos, the tank part number is GM306C. It's the one I'm using. I believe you can use 306B as well. Not much of a difference other than the filler neck and the part number. That's the pump. The part number for the sender unit is FG156A. So, but you should have known that already, because I put it out in the other video, and this is another video. But I figured I'll put it out there so you wouldn't have to ask me again. So, let me get this set up. Pretty much all I'm gonna have to do is just install the pump. The pump number is also Spectra 1115. It's gonna go right on here into the tank, like that. So let me get that set up so no contaminants or whatever are getting into the tank. And then I guess we're gonna have to make a little store run for our hose right there. So I'm gonna get this put together and then I'll cut you back on. Shout out to Sprayway. Alright, so we back. As you can see here, got this sending unit with fuel pump assembled. Just a little tip if you're trying to do this. When you're assembling everything, do not put this hose on first. Put this hose on the pump and then slide the pump along with that hose up onto that feed line. That way you can seat the pump in the bottom of there and then slide the sock on and all that. So I didn't do an in-depth fuel pump assembly, but pretty much the fuel pump goes right there. There's 2 clamps. Then you have your connector. It just clicks in. And then there's a little rubber boot. Looks like this. It goes on the bottom. It cushions that from the metal there. And then you put your sock on like that. So that's pretty much it, man. Like in a nutshell. So now this pretty much just goes inside of the pump or inside of the tank. And that's your sealant ring, of course. And then you just put your lock ring on there. And you are good to go. Just like that, man. So I'm gonna get this put together. I'm gonna need 2 hands. Pretty much, and we'll go from there. Alright, so just one more time as we got it all in there together. This little lock ring, there's a lock ring right here that is going to lock everything down. We got the sending unit, and not want to forget this ring. This one right here. Do not forget that ring. Do not forget that ring. Do not forget that ring. Alright. So boom. All that goes down like that. Take the lock ring. Slide it back over like that as you push down on that. Pretty sure y'all familiar with this. I've seen it before. You kind of push down on that. Get a screwdriver and you tap the ends. Tap that bad boy in place and you're good to go, man. Once again, I'm gonna need 2 hands. I am not the great sprayway. I need 2 hands for this. So let me get this locked on there and I'm gonna cut you back on. Shout out to sprayway. Alright, so as you can see, that's all the way in there. It's locked down. It's good to go. Only need to add gas. But before we do that, well, let's put it back up on the car and add gas. We do have to get these lines. But before I do that and make the store run, I want to make sure that I got a list of complete of what I need. So I got this connector here. This connector pretty much replaces the ground that was separate, the sender unit that was separate, and also it's going to put power to the pump, which the other one didn't have because it didn't have power. So with these 3 connections, that'll make that happen. If you look over here at the other pump, I'll slide on over here, or the other sender unit, I went ahead and took that ring off just so we could look at it and see what it looked like. It smells like gas, of course. But yeah, this is the old sending unit. As you can see, no pump. The vent tube. The vent right here is that middle one. Return line. Is that a return? I'm guessing that's a return. No. That must be the return right there. Yeah, my apologies. This one right here is a return. That's the fuel coming back into the tank. This right here is the vent. Made a little bit differently on this one. It's vented right there. And then this is your feed, which picks up fuel from there through this sock. So pretty much same thing, just a different line. So these are the 3 hoses that we need. As far as size, we're gonna take those, take them with us just to make sure that we get the right ones. I know this is 3/8. These other 2, I think like 5/16 and then like a 1/4. But like I said, to be 100% sure, take them with me and then we'll know for sure. We could probably take the sender unit to like make for sure. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. I think I just noticed something. I can't really tell though. Let me get the light from up under the car. I'm curious, is that a, I don't think that's a baffle. It just looked like something is separating. That's not necessarily. Okay, yeah. I thought that was a sump. I was gonna be motherfucker. But no, that's not a sump. You can't use this tank. So like I said, I suspect it. Just to make sure I just have to look off in there. So we finna run to the parts store. No one in particular, or maybe one in particular, and then I'll cut y'all back on when we get back. Oh, one more thing. I did notice this when I was up under the car. Now every car is different, although the principle is the same. Exactly how it runs or how it's set up could be different. So let me take you up under here. And what I noticed was these 3 lines right here that kind of go on top of the tank, they also come over here and they linked. It's like an additional, set of rubber hose. So instead of just replacing those 3 back there, I'm going to need to replace these 3 little sections right here of rubber hose as well. Because if it's gonna leak, we'll definitely fucking find out. But to just stay ahead of the game, go ahead and replace these little sections here already, and then you don't have nothing to worry about. So I'm looking at probably 3 feet, 2 to 3 feet of each. That way, that's not that long. From there to there, from there to there, there to there. So I would say probably Mike can get away with 2 feet of each. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say 3 just to be safe. And then you come back, like I said, your feed line needs to have. Your feed line needs to be the fuel pressure, fuel injection rated hose, and these can just be regular. So those 2 might can stay, but that feed line definitely got to get replaced. So out to the store we go. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy LSCHEVYRYDER254. When you tune in for another one. Yes, you see the shirt, see the shirt. LSCHEVYRYDER254. Identify your weaknesses, make it your strength. This is Dare Inspired. You can get this shirt along with so many others right here in the store. Link is in the description box below. I'll put it right here at the bottom of the screen. And I'll even show you right here. As you go onto the website, you can see all the different shirts that we offer. Let me scoot over and make some room. So as you can see right here, everything that we have to offer, new designs are going to be uploaded. I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to say weekly. You know what I'm saying? I try to go weekly. Could be bi-weekly, man. I'm really gonna get more on this so that I can get these shirts sold, man, and get the revenue rolling in so we can build a Chevy. It's lit. So definitely thank you guys for your support, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the channel, watch the videos, watch the commercials or the advertisements, you know, YouTube put out there. That helps greatly. And these are just some of the ways that you can support. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, I'm out there hustling and grinding, doing what I gotta do as well. But know what I'm saying, this is just an additional way that we can get more money into the channel so that we can get these bills on the road, man, and make them a little bit more epic, so to speak. So I appreciate all your support, guys. It's your boy LSCHEVYRYDER254. Remember, identify your weaknesses, make it your strength. Life is all about choices. Choose wisely and productivity over procrastination. Gone. Alright, what's good, y'all? We back. It messed around and got dark on us. Cut on our interior lights so that we can see. So as you can see here, just got back from the parts store. I've already went ahead and tightened down our hoses. Now pretty much what I'm gonna have to do is take these sections of the old hose that are being replaced, you know, just kind of stretch them out and match the length and get it pretty close to it anyway, and then cut them and then attach those back up there, and then from there we can go ahead and put the tank back up. So let me go ahead and get that done, and then I'll cut you back on. And my spray bag voice. Alright, so whew, this motherfucker here, boy. I don't know if maybe I had the car too high, or I don't know. Felt a lot easier. Felt a lot easier when I did the motherfucking Caprice. Maybe because the lines was different. But let me scoot up here and show you what I got. So basically, let me show you. Basically, you're gonna have to like finagle some kind of way to kind of hold the tank halfway up, so that your lines, you can get them up there and get them tightened down. Now that we have them tightened down, we can go ahead and lift the tank all the way up and install the straps. Woo! Oogie boogie, nigga. Alright, so I done fought with this goddamn tank. Ugh. Finally got it back up there. I ain't got no tips for y'all for that, man. Y'all gonna have to see what works best for you. But it's up there, so. Whew. Man. New tank installed, one step closer, gang gang. Alright, so I just gotta take care of this line right here, and then it'll be good. And take care of the front. But that's all for this video, man. So whew, this fucking tank, I ain't gonna lie, this bitch whooped my ass, boy. We was fighting hard, boy. But yeah, stay tuned for the next one, man. It's your boy, LSCHEVYRYDER254. Remember, identify your weaknesses and make it your strengths. Life's all about choice to choose wisely and productivity over procrastination. Gone.